Hello, welcome to Escaping the Echo Chamber. I want to talk about, first of all, welcome to the channel. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share the video. I want to talk about Donald Trump. Not just Donald Trump. I'm not suffering from Trump derangement syndrome, but there are a lot of people who are. And hey, it's ridiculous. Especially, I want to take a look at it from the aspect of so many people. There's so many people who now hate Trump. Trump is the worst person on the planet. They are so just utterly consumed with hating Trump, and everything he does is a problem, despite the fact that he's doing a lot of the same stuff that the other guy or the guy before him or the guy before him did. And now all of a sudden it matters to people. Now all of a sudden it's the end of the world. Now all of a sudden it's a threat to the safety of the planet, and it's asinine. But I want to take a look at it from the aspect of there's people who hate Donald Trump so much with a passion right now, but they liked him before. They bigged him up, you know. I mean, hey, you've got rappers who now, because the Democrats are saying, oh, Trump is evil, Trump is bad, Trump is a threat to everything. Now all of a sudden, same dudes that used to rap about Trump used to have him have lines about him in their songs, or some of them even used to take pictures with him. There's people who were fans of Trump. Now they hate Trump because the Democrats told them so. That's ridiculous. But if you take a look at somebody like Kanye West, I don't have to agree with Kanye West. I don't have to agree with how he feels about Donald Trump, but I like what he did. In fact, what he did was brilliant. So there's people who come out against Kanye, and it was amazing how many people, you had the media. So it wasn't just rappers coming out, calling out Kanye, calling them all kinds of names and sellouts, and it was the media that came out just full force. And at that point, you have to see what the play is. The play is about so much more than just Kanye. It's about so much more than just Trump. But when Kanye went to the White House, when Kanye starts singing Trump's praises, people are like, oh, he's mentally ill, he's crazy, this is ridiculous. And you had so-called journalists just editorializing like crazy. They would not even a semblance. They weren't even maintaining a semblance of integrity, of objectivism, of just reporting the story. They were just going in on just trying to demonize and malign Kanye as much as they could. But you take a look at what Kanye did. Kanye went to the White House. Kanye talked about how great Donald Trump was, how much he loves Donald Trump, he looks up to Donald Trump, and people are like, oh, he's selling out, he's kissing his butt, and they use all kinds of slurs and stuff about him. But take a look at something. That week that Kanye went to see Donald Trump, earlier that week, Donald Trump is talking about martial law in Chicago. Donald Trump is talking about, number one, he's talking about how stop and frisk is an awesome thing. Stop and frisk is great. And then he's even talking about, hey, maybe we need martial law in Chicago. He's talking about putting the military in Chicago. Kanye goes to the White House. Kanye sings his praises. Oh, Donald Trump is great. Donald Trump is awesome. Donald Trump is the man. And then stop and frisk is stupid. Stop and frisk is a horrible idea. It's a threat to the black community. It needs to be it cannot be used. It's ridiculous. Also, Trump is like, yeah, stop and frisk is bad. Yeah, stop and frisk is no good. It's horrible for African Americans. But nobody stepped up and said, you know what? Kanye just did something great. Kanye just pulled a hell of a move right there. Because nobody wants to talk about that. I'm not gonna say nobody, and I hate using those that all or nothing language. It's very inaccurate. But so many of these media, the talking heads from the media, they didn't want to give him any credit. They didn't want to acknowledge what he did because they don't want anybody else doing it. They don't want black people using the power of the vote. See, in other words, they want black people's votes to be just taken for granted and to be given to people without having to be used as leverage. Because remember, the black vote can be leveraged if it's used properly. If black voters say in mass or in groups, say, hey, we're listening. We want to see what you're going to do for us. You will see how much promises, how many hoops people will jump through to try to do it. But as long as black voters just say, okay, that's where we're going. We've lost leverage. The black vote has no leverage, no power behind it if it's just automatically going there. All those people need to do, which is all they do. Democrats will say they'll make great speeches about how much, how hard black people have it, but they're not going to do anything about it. But Kanye went to Donald Trump, letting him know that his influence is going to be used to possibly put the black vote in play. And look what it did. This is just days after Donald Trump is talking about martial law, about how great stop and frisk is. Kanye West goes in there, boom, 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 greases them up, and then delivers a great victory for the community. He even talks about how Larry Hoover needs to get out. And Donald Trump is like, yeah, I got to look into who does Larry Hoover do this. That was brilliant. People need to give Kanye West credit. People need to start using their head. And realize that just because the Democrats say it doesn't mean it's actually for our interests. They have their own agenda. And if you was cool with Donald Trump before, Donald Trump didn't just become a white supremacist on was it June 15th, 2015. If he was that before, if he's that now, that's what he was before. It didn't just happen on June 15th of 2015. So stop it. Start using your head. Start thinking strategically. Kanye pulled a hell of a move. Thanks for checking out the channel. Thanks for checking out today's episode. Of course, as always, that's the thumbs up. Subscribe. Hit the notifications. Yeah, hit the notifications because I'm going to be rolling out material and content on a regular basis. And share. Tell your friends about it. Tell your friends about the channel. Comment. All that good stuff. Thanks for checking me out. I'll see you next episode.